The opinions expressed in the video you are about to see are solely those of BoatTest.com and its test captain.
The team at Meridian Yachts tell us they've designed this 580 pilot house for maneuverability and cruisability. Let's see how they've done on a full-scale test.
The 580 pilot house has a length overall of 59 feet 5 inches and a beam of 17 feet 4 inches. Her fully loaded weight is just over 66,400 pounds. She's a long-range cruiser and therefore has the typical characteristics of that breed. That is to say, top speed is not what is important, but rather best cruise speed in range are. That said, my test run showed a top-end speed reached at 2,600 RPMs and 29.6 miles an hour. At 2,000 RPMs, she travels at just over 23 miles per hour, or 20 knots. That's a good comfortable speed to cruise at because it means you can cover 120 miles in a 6-hour day, which leaves time on either end of the day to relax. If you want to travel at displacement speeds, like most trawlers, then throttle back to 1,000 RPMs and smell sea roses at a sedate 9.9 miles an hour. At that speed, she has an 881-mile range, and that will get you to fuel stops most anywhere you want to go on this planet, except across the Pacific. These are long-range cruiser numbers that rival some of the best trawlers. Her minimum planing speed was 11.9 miles per hour.
The boat's 17-foot 4-inch beam gives you plenty of room for entertaining your guests on board. And notice these large windows. Not only do they let a lot of natural light into the main salon, but they also give your guests good sight lines of the horizon, and that does a remarkable job of giving them a comfort level when the boat starts rocking and rolling. An interesting cruisability feature that Meridian Yachts has added to the 580 pilot house: this settee right next to the helm. It's always the most popular gathering space while the boat is underway. Meridian's theme of space even carries down into the engine room, where there's plenty of it for the twin 715 Cummins diesels. Easy access to everything you want: the pumps, the filters, the raw water strainers, engine and coolant checks. While it's not exactly a new concept, the underwater exhaust is certainly a welcome idea, especially when you're entertaining passengers on the aft deck. Now, while it's not a stand-up engine room, it's pretty darn close to it, with 5 feet 4 inches of headroom. We're in about 15 to 20 mile an hour winds. Seas are 1 to 3 feet. We're going downwind, and the 580 pilot house handles the following seas just wonderfully. It's tracking straight and true. There's no tendency to push off course. I'm barely touching the wheel to maintain a heading here, and it's rock steady. Swung around into a head sea, it's still tracking straight and true. There's very little pounding, but more importantly, she's throwing the water off well to the sides from midships. The bow is up maybe 5 degrees, 7 degrees. I'm taking no spray over the bow, so even if somebody wants to be sunning themselves up in the bow, it's a comfortable ride. Now, with the wind on the beam, she's still tracking straight and true. There's very little pounding, and I'm still taking no spray over the side. But more interestingly, she's got a little bit of a tendency to lean into the wind and stabilize herself naturally. I'm not trimming it out to do that at all. On the flybridge, you've got 2 very comfortable helm seats. Switches are all nicely laid out. Rounding out the maneuverability features of the helm: digital throttle controls and docking on command. Taking a closer look at the docking on command control, you'll notice it's got the profile of a boat in it. Wherever I move that profile, the actual boat will move. So if I bring the bow over to port, the thrusters will come on and move the bow to port. Bring the stern to port, the thrusters come on and bring the stern to port. Slide both of them over, and the boat will move laterally against the wind or current. The helm is very comfortable, but it's certainly lacking drink holders. I don't see any around here at all. Or at the flybridge helm. Part of a yacht featuring cruisability means you have to be ready for anything, and that means not always finding a dock. You can get a mooring. 1,500-pound capacity davit will help you get your tender into the water and get you ashore. The 580 pilot house also comes standard with a North Star nav package. Cruisability also means safety. On this boat, 32-inch high, one-piece stainless steel rails. And everywhere you are on the boat, there's always a position to grab onto, so you're never in danger of falling overboard.
Based on what I've seen, it appears that cruisability actually is the term to describe the Meridian Yachts 580 pilot house. For BoatTest.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.